This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
A very good evening. You're watching the late night news with me, Simonish. Let's get you through the headlines first. Your cooking gas cylinder will cost 35 rupees more. Petrol goes up by 3 rupees 50 paise. Common man says it's simply unfair.
Diesel கம்மியா இருந்தா கம்மியா காசு வாங்குவோம் கஸ்டமர் கிட்ட. அதிகமா இருக்குதுனால சரி அத சரி கட்டணும்னு எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் சம்பளம் எடுக்கிறதுனால கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா வாங்குறோம்.
UPA allies are upset over the hike. Mamta boycotts meeting. Aligari says it will have a big adverse effect. The rule of the road in Coimbatore. An ambulance is stuck in a traffic jam, but barricades are removed for a VIP delegate's car. Alleged molester and principal of Kodaikanal Public School falls in police net after being traced through his mobile signals. Their marks may be high, but the scar of being a Lankan refugee in Tamil Nadu is blotting the chances of many of these students. Dhoni and his boys come home with the Asia Cup that eluded us for 15 years. This man may be paralyzed, but his dreams are far from it. He still hopes to become a football coach. And this is it on the first death anniversary of the king of pop who changed the definition of pop music.
I'll be performing the songs my fans want to hear. This is the final curtain call.
Well, starting with a not so good news for either you or me, the group of ministers who met today to decide on the hike in petrol prices have decided to do it. Hike petrol prices, in fact, by as much as 3 rupee 50 paise. Diesel has gone up by 2 rupees. Kerosene is also up. But what will dent your pocket the most is the hike in the prices of cooking gas. The price of an LPG cylinder has gone up by 35 rupees. Now, a 7-member ministers panel met today to approve the proposal of decontrolling the petrol prices. The move will help cut the fuel subsidy bill, even the fiscal deficit, and also cut down mounting losses of oil firms, but certainly has left everyone bickering about the government's decision to raise the price of fuel.
First of all, the decision is that the price of petrol will be deregulated at the refinery gate and at the retail level. So as some of you are covering the ministry are very well aware, the refinery gate price today is formula driven. It is based on trade parity. The issue price at the refinery of petrol is based on trade parity, which is a formula which is automatically available.
I do not know about Mamta ji. I have not discussed with her. But as far as DMK is concerned, they met me yesterday. I met the minister with Raja yesterday again, and they are fully cooperating. Every point which we have announced today, they are party to this.
Well, the opposition too has not missed the chance to criticize this move. BJP leaders, one after the other, held press conferences to say that the Congress party has let down the people of India.
Earlier also, the UPA government did it and the DMK did not do anything. Now, with this steep hike, it will be interesting to see what the DMK has to say on this. I may recall when NDA government increased the prices, the DMK came to streets to protest against the hike. Now let us see what the DMK is going to do. Is the people's welfare and interest is important or power is important? Let them decide.
To hike the prices of petrol, diesel, LPG and kerosene on a day when food inflation rates have touched almost 17% can only be the action of a government which is utterly insensitive and callous to the terrible impact of price rise on the people of this country. The utter failure of the government to control prices is now compounded by this anti-people decision to hike the prices of petroleum products, including LPG gas and kerosene. It is a shame that we have a government here in Delhi which is so totally callous towards the terrible impact that this is going to have on the people of this country. As far as the allies are concerned, what I would like to say is that this absolutely shows the hypocrisy of saying that they are for the people's interests.
Well, even as the opposition seems to be slamming the UPA government, its allies itself seem to be unhappy. And we're not just talking about Mamata Banerjee, the DMK too, today led by the Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister Alagiri, handed over a note at the meeting by the GOM. The party said that the decision to hike fuel prices will put an additional burden on the public as the proposed increase was very high. Well, apart from the politicians, the opposition, and in fact the allies also being unhappy, who should be the most unhappy is you. We spoke to people on the streets of Chennai who certainly slammed the government for this untimely move.
ஒரே டே 25 ரூபாய் 30 ரூபாய் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணும்போது டெஃபினட்டா அவரோட ப்ராப்ளம் அவரோட நார்மல் லைஃபை கஷ்டப்படுத்துது.
டீசல் விலை கம்மியாக இருந்ததுனா கம்மியாக காசு வாங்குவோம் கஸ்டமர்கிட்ட. அதிகமாக இருக்கிறதுனால சரி அதை சரி கட்டணும்னு எங்களுக்கும் கொஞ்சம் சம்பளம் எடுக்கிறதுனால கொஞ்சம் அதிகமாக வாங்குறோம்.
விலைவாசி கண்டிப்பாக ஏறிதான் இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக அது எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்தா என்ன பண்ண போகிறாங்க தெரியல. கண்டிப்பாக எங்கள் தொழில் பாதிக்கும். எங்களுக்கு ரேட் ஏறிடுச்சுன்னா எங்களுக்கு இது ரேட் ஏற்ற முடியாது. ஸோ எங்களுக்கு லாஸ் தான் வரும்.
Well, also some news now from the World Tamil Classical Conference that's going on in Kovai. Now, unfortunately, voices of dissent there are being subdued by the police. 9 members of the PDYA, the People's Democratic Youth Association, a group that sympathizes with Maoists, were arrested after they were distributing leaflets slamming the Tamil conference. This arrest raises serious questions about the brief being given to the police by the state government, with even peaceful voices being dealt with a severe blow.
The arrests made yesterday are of a fringe group. They are not Naxalites. I'd like to underline that factor. They are of a fringe group and they were distributing or trying to distribute pamphlets against the conference. We had intelligence about them and we secured some of them. It is not just distributing pamphlets against a conference. It is also exciting sentiments which incites violence. And anything that incites violence is contra.
More news from the Tamil conference in Kovai. Now, after NDTV Hindu exposed ambulances being blocked in Coimbatore traffic and VIP vehicles being escorted on priority by the police, the Tamil Nadu police today finally reacted. The Director General of Police said that necessary arrangements have been put in place to avoid inconvenience to the city of Coimbatore, which has come to a virtual standstill because of the ongoing World Classical Tamil Conference. Shabir Ahmed has more details.
An ambulance struggling to make its way to the hospital in Coimbatore, caught in a traffic jam thanks to what is considered the Chief Minister's pet project, the World Classical Tamil Conference. A traffic constable stands unperturbed of the emergency siren that's ringing.
அவனாசி ரோட்லிங்க சார். மெயின் ரோட்டில் வந்து நம்ம அதிகமாக வந்து ஜனத்தொகை இருக்கணும். 2 வீலரில் அளவுக்கு போகலாங்க. பெரிய வண்டியிலலாம் போக முடியாது சார். பெரிய வண்டியில் காரு அப்புறம் இந்த பஸ்ஸுங்க இதெல்லாம் போனால் ரொம்ப மக்களுக்கு வந்து இறங்கலாம் இருக்குது.
This has been the situation on the roads of Coimbatore city ever since the World Classical Tamil Conference began. Local police say they are helpless.
Here's what is even more shocking. The police is escorting VIP vehicles, making way in the heavy traffic for the VIPs to reach in time to attend the conference. Look at how police officials are on their toes when it comes to a car belonging to the Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi's daughter Selvi on that very road. The DGP reacted to this report by NDTV Hindu, but the answer was not music to the ears of those living in Coimbatore.
Individual instances, as I said, will come to light. I do not say we are perfect at all. We have to look after the security of the VVIP also. This is absolutely essential for us.
The insensitivity portrayed by officials on Coimbatore's roads is forcing people to ask, is it much ado about Tamil and its people, or just the VIP and their agenda? In Coimbatore, with reporter Shabir Ahmed and camera person Madan, Nithila, NDTV Hindu.
All this in the name of realizing the Chief Minister's dream. Well, we're slipping into a short break right now. Coming up on the other side, the IT corridor turns into a dumping yard. That's coming up next. Stay with us.